everyone, welcome to another video. This one is going to be about what I'm going to be doing for the next at least 100 days before we get snezhnaya. And I did do this voiceover recording before we got the next version's trailer, so some of it is technically outdated, with Lohan not being a standard character, but that's fine. Not really, but it's fine. I'm telling myself that it's fine. Anyways, I hope you enjoy and look forward to my future videos. One of the first things that I put on the list of what I really want for snezhnaya before it, so that I don't have to worry about farming it during like the busy patches, which are like, in my opinion, the first 4 patches are like the busiest. I want at least 40 million mora, and right now I'm around 23, I think, million mora. And doing the math on that, you need about 30 days of farming in Genshin of using 40 resin, 200 resin a day on all the drops. I should be able to get it done within 30 days. But once 6.6 drops and it drops a new artifact set, I'm going to be doing that for at least half a patch, so that's 21 days. I really want to do that because it would help obtain some sets that I might need in the future for future characters, and I just never have any fodder at all. In fact, I don't even think 21 days is enough for me, to be frank, because I have farmed artifact sets consistently a lot, and I just always run out. I'm always having to use 5-star artifacts to make sure that my artifacts are level 20, and that's annoying. I don't want to have to do that. I'd rather use those 5-star artifacts for fodder, not fodder, excuse me, for the strong box. And that's, yeah, it's a hassle. And I see that it's like every other YouTuber I watch, they seem to have a plethora of artifacts. I'm like, I don't know how you did that. I don't know how you're doing that. I like see you always leveling up artifacts all the time, and yet you still have enough artifacts left over to level up those artifacts. I just don't get it. So I'm going to be trying really hard to do that this time. I'm pretty on top of mora and XP, but this time I'm adding artifacts. And speaking of XP, I want at least 1,000 purple books, XP books, and I will do that for at least, I think I said 24 days on that one to get up to 1,000 or more. It doesn't matter. But that'll just be enough to get me to a point where if I'm exploring, if I'm doing quests and such, I probably won't run out until snezhnaya is over, unless I am leveling up a heck ton of characters. But I don't really expect myself to, at least not this time, because I'm at a point in my Genshin account where I have pretty much all the rerun characters that I want. Actually, I think I do. I do actually have all the rerun characters that I want. I don't really want anybody else. It's kind of like, if I can get them, I'll try to get them. It's really just that. It's not like a need. It's more like just like a trophy if I get them, you know? And then after I reach the 40 million goal of mora and XP books, I will probably just go back to artifact farming, because it is 100 days, and calculating all those days together to get that amount, 40 mil and 1,000 books, and the half a patch that I want to spare to put in a lot of effort for the artifacts, it's 60 something days, and that leaves about 40 days of me doing whatever the heck I want to do. My next thing that I'm doing is saving my fragile resin, which I didn't even notice that I was doing that already. I usually touch my fragile resin like constantly. I never leave it alone, but recently I just haven't had a use for it. So that's just out of character for me, but the number is growing, and that is nice. That's it's very nice. I hope I can get 40. I don't know if I'll be able to get that much. I'm not sure, but that would be nice so I can use them on snezhnaya bosses for the characters that I want to level up. I want to level them up as soon as possible so I can just explore with a level 90 character to the best that I can. And then I don't know if this new artifact domain is just going to be the one that we have for snezhnaya characters for a while, because it seems a little close to the end of Nogcry and not enough of a time difference between when we get snezhnaya, you know? So I'm not really sure what they'll do with that. I'm pretty sure they'll give us another new artifact set that actually works with supports and DPSs, just like Nogcry set, the first one that we got. I really liked that set. That was really nice to farm. The only character that I think I might level during this is Diona, because of the speculation. Because I want to say speculation, I don't want to say confirmed, because a lot of the times I just do not trust these leaks because they get your hopes up. They really try to. Rhymegrass, if you remember, it was a reaction that we got temporarily through the Imaginarium Theater, and it was really fun. And that had to do with Cryo and Dendro, and sometimes Electro. I really, really like that. And I think if EM becomes useful for Cryo, Diona is the first character that I want to level up. So if we get closer to leaks and it keeps talking about Rhymegrass, and other things about it, then yeah, I would probably want to level up Diona, because she's like the only character that is like a support for Cryo and EM, which is just a little unusual, but it works now. It might work. It's actually pretty great. And then she also is a shielder and a healer. That's also pretty nice as well. I never really leveled her up before because I didn't enjoy her character that much, and I thought, you know what? I have Layla. That's fine as a shield, but you know what? Times change. For a while now, I've been putting together some of my own research for what the Tsaritsa will look like and what she will do as a character, what she will have. And I think I might make a separate video on that. Might, but I'm also nervous about it because I've never made a theory video and I don't want people to get mad at me, or not mad at me. I don't think they would, because it's all fun and games to try to speculate what the Tsaritsa will be like, but my speculation will be that she is a DPS sword user, and I'm going to say that a good weapon for her might be Wolffang, because aesthetically it just looks like her. But there's also Battle of the Fjords, which kind of makes sense lore-wise, but at the same time, no, it doesn't. Because when you compare like some of the weapons that these characters have versus what they are as a character, I'm like, that has nothing to do with that character. Nothing at all. But who knows? So that's why I want to start refining my Wolffang sword, because it looks like it would suit, you know, the Cryo Archon. My other speculation was a polearm. That is my other speculation, and I'm still not so sure about it. But you know what? You tell me. It's not really something we can debate on because we don't know what it is, but I would like to hear your thoughts on what she might have and what kind of character that you think she'll be. But mostly for if I decide to do the Tsaritsa video. Just, yeah, put that in there. I'm going to be starting to save my Prima Gems only after I reach my next 50-50, because I still really want Llama C6, and if I can get her C5, that'll be helpful for when she reruns next, so I don't have to get another constellation. Or if I can't get to Pity in time, then I'll keep wishing on Nicole's banner, and if I don't get her, I don't get her. If I don't get Llama, I don't get Llama. I just want to reach the 50-50. I also will not be pulling for snezhnaya after learning that she is a DPS. She's definitely a DPS based on the fact that she's a lot like Nouvelette. While Nouvelette's cool, I don't really want to have another character like him. And I always pictured snezhnaya as a support. Don't ask me why. If she was ever going to be a playable character, I was like, support. I feel like that would work for her for some reason. Yeah, I'm going to be saving my primos for supports more often than not. If Hoyo is going to be continuing to give us crazy supports, aka Linnea, it's just not worth my primos at the moment to get a new DPS without any dedicated supports to go with her, so I'll stick with the supports first. I learned my lesson from Anefa. I did not realize how good she'd be, and I don't really need Flynn's to do lunar charge, any meta things that they need you to do. You really just only need Anefa, and then it's fine from there to do the casual endgame content, not like the crazy Stygian stuff. Explore all of the new area, of course. I will always do that, and I love making videos on exploring, which is going to be for Nodcry because the statue that we have of Columbina is still not max leveled, but we also have this summer location to look forward to, so I don't know if it'll be like, what's the summer place in Natlan again? I haven't even touched foot in that place, like, since I finished it. In my heart, I want two separate areas. I want the summer event, and then I want a place for the new Nodcry map. Will that happen? No, because Hoyo doesn't do that anymore. They aren't like pumping out new areas like the desert, like how they used to. And I miss being overwhelmed with exploration, but we don't get that anymore. But a girl can dream. I also need to change my profile to a new theme. My previous theme has been mainly llama since her release, and since I think that era is coming to a close, does not mean I'm unmaining her. She is still my main. I just think that since I've been obsessed with going to snezhnaya ever since we learned about the Saritsa from Venti, I've been obsessed. I've just been obsessed. And I'm a cryo main first. I've always been one. So it just makes sense. I'm gonna make a snowy theme and hopefully it's on the screen right now and looking gorgeous and pretty. I'm saving my Stardust for the monthly Freemos that we get. I will hold off from getting the standard wishes as much as I can because I need to save. If I'm not going to be wishing, I will not have enough of those. Is it Stardust or Star Glitter? I think the Star Glitter is the gold ones. And what we need is the Stardust. Yeah, I think that makes sense. But knowing me, I will not be able to do that. I will not be able to refrain from getting the standard ones as well because what if it's musicy? And I not a thought in my brain is like telling me to get Lohan when we get the next free 5-star. It's like, just get Mizuki because you love her so much. I'm like, I know. There's always going to be an opportunity to get Lohan from losing the 50-50. And Mizuki's right there, and I love her so much. So, sorry, Lohan. As much as I love you, I love Mizuki more. What I'm currently doing at the moment is achievement farming, which I've been doing it with friends, and maybe it's been on the screen a couple times because I am just doing a voiceover right now with absolutely nothing to look at but my recording program. If this video is short, I will try to show and shove in some funny clips at the end of this video. There are so many name cards and achievements that I've just never gotten from just never doing co-op that often. And there's the fishing one that I am just shy of. I think I need 600 more fish, and then I'll be able to get the name card for fishing. And then I can call myself a fishing pro. That'll be great. Is it really worth my time for what, 20 primos? No, not really. But I would really like to get a lot of the name cards and achievements out of the way because what are we doing, girl? We've been playing this game for 5 years and I still don't have a lot of these that people have had for like several years. Come on, let's lock in. Next is doing the hangout events. I usually do these when I'm bored out of my mind, like most people, or desperate for primos. And I think I just want to finish them up, even though Hoyo will never give us another one, and that's kind of sad because I actually really liked a few of them. And it is just, you know, an extra way to get Primo Gems. I'm like, what the heck, Hoyo? Where are our hangout events? Anyways, craft weapon crystals because I've run out all the time. I think I'm at like 1,900, but those could go down at any moment. I am so scared of losing my crystals, and it's so annoying to get more of them. when you just want to level up a weapon and you don't have any crystals, you don't have any spare weapons to just put into them, it's not a fun time. So I highly suggest y'all start doing that as well. And lastly, which is probably going to be the hardest one for me, is trying to figure out my content for the next few months. I prefer to make at least one video a week, and with me not leveling up or pulling anyone besides possibly getting Nicole and maybe working on Diona, I just don't see myself making any videos besides Spiral Abyss, Exploration, and Imaginary Theater, and that's pretty much it. So I've been in this situation before because I've been doing YouTube for 3 years now, where I look to see what other creators are doing because they're also kind of in the same predicament where the content is not contenting with Genshin. We have to wait till snezhnaya comes out, we have to wait till namecard comes out, wait till Natland, etc. for the good stuff to start happening, you know? I think I'm gonna I've been looking around to see if there was any videos that I would like to make based on other videos other people have made, but I'm like, I don't want to do that, so I'm gonna ask you guys if you have any suggestions. Like, if you have any, like, Genshin questions and I can put them into a video, I will give you credit for giving me the idea to make the video, of course. And that would be actually pretty helpful. If you want me to how to do literally anything in Genshin, I'll do it. Be a little bit more specific than that, but it's a thought. And then I have my annual account tour to see an update of my account at the end. Well, just right before we get to snezhnaya. That'll be fun. And I think I've been doing this voiceover for quite a while. It's been almost 20 minutes. And that's where I stopped my audio recording there. Also, you might have noticed some lag in my content and a little bit of delay in uploading some of that content because my computer has been having some problems, but I think I fixed both my PC, my computer, and Genshin itself from lagging. So now I will get back to quickly doing things because this should have came out like 2 days ago, but it didn't. Anyways, thank you for watching. I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.